Hello friends, welcome back to this channel and welcome to 2024. You're all new people, right? You changed your whole life because the calendar flipped to the next year, so you're just magically a new person, right? So now that all these self-help gurus have completely blasted your homepage full of general knowledge disguised as get-rich-quick content, I thought I'd throw my opinion in the mix and make a follow-up video to my last one. In my last video, I talked about this new year, new me culture, people thinking their life will be different just because the year is different. And you and I, we're both enlightened, right? So we know that's a bunch of phooey. Somehow, by the good grace of God, there will be no negative consequences of their poor decision-making skills. I'm sure most of us want to reinvent ourselves this year. We want to just clean slate, wipe our butts of last year, and be done with it. We set goals that we didn't really care about, or we tried to attempt our goals. Minimal effort, didn't really do much there. Didn't start that business, didn't start painting, didn't start learning the guitar, piano, saxophone, French horn. But have you ever asked yourself what you want?
What do you want?
Like, what do you really want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Not what you want so that you can impress someone that you don't even like. For the longest time, I thought I needed these things. I thought I needed the Lamborghini in my garage.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
To prove everybody wrong. But at the end of the day, isn't that pretty pathetic if I'm doing things for someone else that I don't even like to prove them wrong, but not actually doing things that I care about or things that I want? What I really wanted was validation from people that I didn't even like. I'm sure some of you have fantasized rolling up to your high school reunion in a cool car and saying, "See, I told you, I did it. I'm not the class clown anymore. I'm the cool guy." But really, doing things for other people will never make you happy. You'll never feel satisfied. It'll never be enough. And you'll just end up maybe feeling worse than before. You don't need outside validation from people that you don't even like and probably don't even like you. They're probably not thinking about you as much as you think about them thinking about you. Without this turning into too much of a tangent, really I'm just saying we need to figure out what we actually want. Not what we want to do to impress people, but what is important to us, what makes you happy, what brings you satisfaction. So hopefully we just figured out what we want, now we gotta figure out how to get it. And that's a little tricky because there's no one size fits all. There's no one clear path to your goals. Just look up someone who has what you want or does something that you want to do. If you can find an interview or something where they tell their story, you'll pretty much always find that it's never just a linear, straight line up to their goal. It's pretty much always a rocky journey, ups and downs, loop-de-loops. They lose their money, they get it back, they lose it again. And what I've found is each of them experiences some type of adversity that knocks them down. But the thing is, they don't let it keep them down. Next, I recommend figuring out what actually works for you. How do you learn? What motivates you? Are you reward driven or do you love punishing yourself? Which I don't recommend. You should probably stop doing that if you do. Do you want more money? Do you want 2024 to be full of riches? Well, you got to do stuff to get you money, okay? You got to do a lot of things that pay you, or you got to do things that pay you a lot. So where's the money going to come from? Are you going to work a job? Are you going to start a business? Do you have a side hustle that you really just need to get serious about and turn it into a business? You can't just read all these books and go to these seminars and expect to just have $1 million in your bank account. I did that and it didn't work. So unless you inherit money, you actually got to do stuff to get the money. If you find an area where you can provide value to people for money and you do a great job, you're going to make a lot of money and you won't need to worry about that. You'll have your hang-ups, you'll have things that go wrong, but that's really what it comes down to. Giving people value and doing a good job. So if you're stuck at minimum wage or something that doesn't pay you what you think you're worth, maybe you need to change something. Ask yourself, where can I bring value to the marketplace? What can I do to actually earn someone else's hard-earned cash? If you want to make money, you gotta do things that make money.
Light bulb.
So this is the other part of how to get it. You have to just start. Just do it. Take action.
Do it.
What are you waiting for? No one's gonna come save you and just thrust your hobbies or your dream into your hands. You have to do it yourself. You are the gatekeeper of your own destiny. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. I make this dumb joke like if I'm at a restaurant and I eat all my food instead of saving some leftovers, the next day I'll be like, man, I hate my past self. He ate all my food. It's just a dumb joke, but the real application of this is doing something today that your tomorrow self will love you for. A lot of us hate ourselves because we're never doing anything that's in our best interest. Maybe we're a yes man and we always say yes to everyone else but never ourselves. Saying no to something that you feel obligated to do or maybe even feel guilted into doing can actually mean you're saying yes to your future self. You're saying yes to your future endeavors, your dreams, aspirations, goals, whatever you want to call it. Maybe the best time to start was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 plus years ago. But really, who cares? No one wants to be part of this pity party. No one wants to hear you talking about what could have been for the rest of your life. Do you want to be like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite?
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains? Coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We'd have been state champions, no doubt.
Do you really want to be that guy? You want to be Uncle Rico living in the past for the rest of your life? I don't think so. Life goes on. Sometimes we just gotta cut our losses and move forward. We can dwell on the past for the rest of our lives, but really, where's that gonna get us? Right back where we are. And we don't like where we are, so we gotta move forward. We gotta find a way out. Put down the shovel, stop digging yourself deeper. The ladder's already there. You just have to climb and keep climbing. And that brings me into the next thing, which is just continue. Be persistent, be resilient, be patient. Find something that you actually care about and stick with it. A big problem I have with these online self-help business gurus is that they enable a lot of people's shiny object syndrome. I think a lot of these videos just keep people jumping from side hustle to side hustle and never really stick with a business or career that they can build into something great, something bigger than themselves. Their purpose in life. To me, it's really just shiny object syndrome disguised as hustle culture. So instead of chasing a bunch of side quests like I used to, my wife and I just doubled down on our business together. My one quest, the growth was huge. We had a phenomenal year and it completely changed my life. I still have my hangups and things that I'm working on, but I'm a completely different person than I was the year before. And I'm aware that over time our interests will change, the market can change, something can always go wrong. So it's important to know when something isn't working and we might have to jump ship. I'm not saying stick around the same job that barely pays you anything with a bunch of toxic coworkers, hoping that it'll just get better. We gotta know when our situation will only get better by taking ourselves out of it. Sometimes things just won't get better, so we gotta leave. Especially when we're talking about toxic workplaces, I don't recommend anyone sticking around longer than they need to, even if the pay is good. It's just not worth it. Your mental health will decline, your physical health will probably decline as well. It's just not worth it. And I want to make it clear that I do understand not everyone watching this video can make the changes that they want to make right now. Everything I talk about here is based on my own experience and what I've taken away from those experiences. So not everything will apply to everyone. I do try to make evergreen content that won't expire, that really applies to as many people as possible for as long as possible. And like I've said in the past, there's no one size fits all. There's no one tip or trick that's going to work for everyone. I don't believe in that. I'm not one of those self-help guys that's going to pretend that I can just help everyone and save the entire world. I just want to give you some insight, and really this is me talking to my past self and I guess my current self to help me remember what's most important. So to all you side hustlers, instead of chasing a bunch of side quests, let's try to make one giant quest that will give you the life that you want. It's boring, it's not glamorous, and I think that's why a lot of people don't talk about playing the long game. Being in it for the long haul. That's the world we live in. We all want a quick fix, but I believe anything great takes time. This next clip illustrates my point perfectly. I hate questions like this.
What is your secret for success? What do you think? Do you
Delaying gratification, being willing to do the thing that I know I want for later, and being uncomfortable today in any field.
But do you stick with strict diet or exercising?
Whatever the thing that's in front of you that you don't want to do, being willing to still do it because you can delay the gratification.
How do you do it? Because I don't stick with it. What is your secret? Like, do you say something to yourself? You're strict. You punish yourself.
I can tell it probably doesn't matter at all what Alex is going to tell this guy. He's probably not going to do it. He just wants a quick fix. If there actually was a secret to success, then that would excuse everybody's dumb behavior, everybody's inaction. Oh, well, I don't have success because it's a secret and I don't know it yet, so that's why I don't have it. It's not because I'm not doing anything. It's not because I'm lazy. It's because it's a secret and I don't know it. They're just not doing anything. I don't believe there are any secrets. Maybe there are some tips and tricks that can help, but really what it comes down to is action. Adding value to people's lives and doing it so well that you can get paid well.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you go to the link below, you can find my course on how to be a person. It's normally $5,000, but today it's going to be only $4,999. Check the link below and make me rich.
Take this video with a grain of salt if you need to, but I really hope my experience can help everyone reinvent themselves not only this year, but every year of their life. And that's the goal here, self-awareness, so we can self-improve, so we can self-actualize, be the person that we want to be. And hopefully we can live a life that we're proud of. Always improving, always moving forward, learn from the past, and leave what's in the past in the past. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a killer day. Goodbye.